good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Getting to Know a Junkie. Today's junkie is from Tennessee, and his name is Steve Madejek. Steve, how are you?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing fine. So where about in Tennessee do you live?
Do you know like Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, anything like that? The Smoky Mountains?
Yeah, like a rough idea.
I live in East Tennessee, like about 30 minutes from like Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, right off of I-40.
And where is that in relation, I'm sorry, to like Memphis or Nashville?
About like 3 hours from Nashville, 6 from Memphis.
Are
Yeah,
you
6 or 7.
Are you a sports fan?
I am. I like hockey more than anything else.
Okay, so were you
I grew up
really
in New
happy?
England, so
Were you really happy when they when Nashville got a team?
I was actually happy about that when Nashville did get a team. Yeah.
Who was your team prior to that you followed?
Jersey Devils, which I still follow them as well.
Oh, okay, like when they had Brodeur and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay, quick question from my spotty research. Are you nicknamed Jughead?
Jughead, Johnson, and a few others as well. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
At one of my old jobs, me and a manager, we were like big fans of Riverdale.
Okay.
So I was nicknamed Jughead. She was like kind of Veronica.
See, now I never saw the show on TV. I used to read the comics when I was younger. What was Jughead's issue? I remember he was
Jughead,
kind of gestury.
he was kind of in the show, he kind of makes jokes and stuff, but they kind of went with like a more darker CW tone to the show, like how they do with their others.
Does Jughead in the show Riverdale, does he commit crimes or anything? Gotten fresh with a woman?
Not really fresh with a woman, no, but he has committed crimes because in the show, his dad, they left it a mystery, but he ended up joining a motorcycle gang in the show. Jughead did.
Oh, really? That's a severe turn from his character in the comics. Oh, well, we'll save that conversation for another time if we ever talk exclusively about Riverdale. So do you have like a baseball team you follow?
Well, I grew up in New England, so I was always more of a fan of the Red Sox, if anything.
Okay. So you grew up in out east?
Yeah, I actually lived in Connecticut for about 24 years.
Oh.
And then I moved down south here.
Just because you wanted to move to a certain destination, or did a job or family take you there?
Kind of a mix of everything. I wanted like a fresh start, better job market, family.
Oh, okay. And do you live alone? Or do you have like roommate or family?
My family, my brother, mom, and dad.
Oh, okay, nice. And you was gonna say, are you in like your room? I see this something that looks like a collection behind you. Is this like your room?
Yeah, I have like a bunch of pop figures and stuff. Yep.
Sweet. We'll have to do a show and tell.
Definitely, I have like a lot of stuff.
Because that could be a good episode. So, Stephen, what does like a typical weekday look like for you?
Typical weekday. Usually, I'm out running errands with my parents. We'll end up going like grocery shopping, go for a ride to the mountains, then we kind of come home, relax for a bit, watch the news, and then we'll do some work around the house, like typical like laundry, stuff like that.
Do you work?
Not currently, no. I am going to be getting a job soon at Publix.
Oh, nice. So you have a little time before that starts?
Yeah, I have a little bit of time.
Yeah, enjoy this time. So if like WWE or AEW was coming through Tennessee, where's the venue that they typically hold shows?
So they do a couple indie shows about 10 to 15 minutes from where I am in Sevierville,
Mm-hmm.
but most like WWE and then AEW, they be in Knoxville.
So do you go to indie shows at all?
I've been to a couple. I haven't really been to many.
And but how have you gone to like WWE?
Oh yeah, I've been to both stadiums that we have in Knoxville for WWE. One of them was a live, well, two of them were live events. One of them was a live taping.
Okay. And did you go with family? Did you go with friends?
Friends.
Friends. Oh, nice. Um, do you watch like wrestling with your friends? And I ask this only because I never watched it with somebody.
Yeah, I watch it with both my friends and family because me and my brother are really big into it. So we
Are
watch
you
it
older or
much
younger?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm the oldest. I'm 27.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice to have that and someone to watch with that lives in house built in.
Yep.
Did you and your brother? What's the age difference?
4 years.
Okay.
But some would say we look like twins because we're like similar in height and everything.
Oh, but there's still a 4-year age difference. Does he have facial hair?
Yeah. He does a little bit. He tends to shave it off a little bit. Sometimes he lets it grow, all depending on his mood.
When was the last time you beat the crap out of him?
Last time I remember, it was me and him were just getting in a fight over something stupid, and we actually ended up using wrestling figures, just throwing them at each other.
You used what?
We were using like the old LJN wrestling action figures that came out, like the rubber ones. We were just like ended up whipping them at each other.
I mean, getting hit with one of those.
That was probably about like over 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. Because I mean, if you got hit with a King Kong Bundy in the head coming fast enough, you can get a concussion. That was he was one of the larger ones, or Andre was. Does your brother did he get into it because of you?
Well, me and him both got into it because of my dad. We got into WWE first, and then we started discovering like Impact, New Japan, and then like just a year and a half ago, AEW.
Oh, wow. So do you have WWE Network?
I don't. One of my friends does. He lets me use it.
Oh,
because we actually do our own wrestling podcast.
Oh, you do? Tell me about that.
So it was an idea that we came up with because he has another podcast that he does for like video gaming, and he said because out of any of his friends, I'm the biggest into wrestling. He wanted to start a wrestling podcast with me. I pretty much had all the creative control, come with like the logo, name, everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Did you find that to be like a good outlet for like being creative that maybe you can't get somewhere else?
Yeah, I did actually because I've grown up watching wrestling. It's been like a big part of my life. I really love it. So it lets me express myself with my friends too.
So how often are you putting out episodes?
Well, we did a couple of test episodes. Right now it's on pause for a bit. We're just waiting for January to kind of be over with.
Sure.
And then we're going to really get into it and do like our first official episode.
Oh, that's awesome. And well, we'll find when it does come out, we'll find out all the details and get the word out. So what? Yeah. So on a typical Friday or Saturday, Friday evening or Saturday evening, what are kind of things that you enjoy to do, like on the weekends?
I either like playing video games. I like going out. I play Pokemon Go a lot.
nice.
Or on Friday nights, I'll watch SmackDown. So
Sounds like my weekend. Um,
pretty much.
so are you a Titans fan?
Yes and no.
You know what? Let me
Anyone who beats the Patriots, I'm a fan of.
restate that. Will you be rooting for them today or tonight?
I will. But
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Like, will you make a point to watch this game or whatever? If you catch parts of it.
I'll check it out. One of my friends is really big into football, so he keeps me updated and if I ever miss anything.
Oh, okay. Okay, can you? I keep seeing the thing, the thing. You know, your display behind you. Can you show me like one thing from it to just to tease me until we do show and tell?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, sure. So I got like this pop figure, John Cena, right here,
Oh, nice.
and his Doctor of Thugonomics persona.
Oh, cool. Is that your prized possession or one that you like?
That's just one I'd like.
Mhm.
I do have like a couple prized possessions, that aren't pop figures, and then I have others that are.
Oh, okay, okay. Question. I know I'm all over the place just as they pop into my head. Are you attached? Do you have like a significant other of any kind, even from a different species?
I'm actually going through. I don't have a significant other. I'm actually going through a divorce right now.
Ah,
So
I've been there too. Do you have children?
we don't. I had a stepdaughter, who was more like a daughter to me. So
How long were you married for? I won't turn this into the Stephen getting divorced episode.
uh, we were married for actually about a month before we
Oh,
ended
okay.
up like I ended up moving
And
out.
it wasn't for
So
you.
it was a short marriage. No, like we honestly had a better relationship before we got married.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? That always seems the case. The same thing with me. I had the same thing. Um, did she watch wrestling with you?
She didn't. I kind of like showed her some stuff, and I mean, she liked it because I liked
Okay.
it. But her daughter saw it, and I got her daughter really into it.
Oh, she got into. How old was the daughter?
Her daughter is 11 now, so
Okay, so it wasn't like she was 2 years old and you exposed her to that. Um,
yeah, no.
so okay, so at the reason I'd asked about if she watched wrestling because I wanted to, I know that you watch with friends too, so I wanted to make sure you had someone to watch with. Okay, moving on from her. I don't mean it like that. So what would you say the feeling that you get when you're watching wrestling, be it alone or with friends or at a show?
At a show, there's nothing like it. It doesn't compare to what you see on TV. Like, yeah, you still get the almost the same feel, but when you're at the show, it's a completely different thing. You got that $10 beer, you got the merch, and you're just seeing it live.
Yeah, that's great. And I was telling someone, even if you're alone, you're not alone because everyone's sitting around you. Is there for the same reason. You can talk to them. Um, did you have you ever gone to a show alone?
I've been to one show alone,
Okay.
and that was just for a live event.
How long did you have to
It was
travel?
actually right after, about like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, not bad. And have you ever gone to an event outside of the state?
I have. I've been to one in Massachusetts, when I lived in Connecticut, and
Okay.
then in Tennessee, I went to one in North Carolina.
And were those like big shows like you went specifically for? Like in Carolina?
They the one in Carolina was kind of like an indie show, but they had like a lot of ex-WWE people, Impact, Ring of Honor.
And what was I going to say?
So
So I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Do you have a monetary like amount that you've spent on your collection? I just want to know that last thing about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, on the entire collection, like including comics, pop figures, and other stuff, probably like about 20
Wait,
grand.
what was the first thing that you said? Did you say comics?
Yeah, I collect a lot of comics as well.
Oh, nice. How many comics do you have? Issues?
Right now I have like about 300. I did sell off some stuff,
Mhm.
but I have like 300 currently.
Do you have a specific, is there a specific thing you like?
I like DC. I like the whole dark tone, the more relatable characters and stuff.
Mhm.
I like some events that Marvel has done, like the whole Marvel Zombies thing.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And do you get comics online? Like digital? I mean, it's more fun to have.
I don't, because it doesn't have. It's kind of like the same. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing with like wrestling shows, seeing it on TV versus live. I like to have like the physical copy versus something digitally.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna skip to some favorites. Can you tell me who your favorite wrestlers
Okay.
of all time and currently? And you can name a couple of, I know sometimes it's hard to specify one.
For like male wrestlers who don't really wrestle anymore, I'd have to say CM Punk for one, and Stone Cold, because both of them I got the same feel for them. They were great with the mic, great with like in-ring work and everything. And then even their careers after wrestling have been great.
Sure, totally.
As far as females that have retired, Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young, because first live wrestling show I ever went to was actually at what would be my alma mater, my high school. They wrestled in the gym there, and they were with like Hacksaw Jim Duggan and everything.
Oh, cool.
So it was really great to see them before they both unfortunately passed. You know?
Sure. And currently?
Currently, I'm gonna have to lean more towards AEW versus WWE on this one. I like Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin, but my favorite out of anyone from AEW's got to be Luchasaurus.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's, you know what?
Like he's got a great gimmick and everything. Yep.
In all these Getting to Know Junkies, that's the first time someone said Luchasaurus. So that's awesome. Best show you've been to.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be, one of the, WWE, AEW.
Best show I've been to was the one I mentioned that was at my high school.
Mhm.
Just seeing it for the first time, like something live like that, because I was so used to watching like WCW and WWE on TV, and then going with my dad and sharing that experience with him. Seeing that live was amazing.
And I imagine it's pretty intimate, I'm sure there's no bad seats, there.
Oh no, the gym at my old high school, because they had an old one, they rebuilt it somewhere else, and then they tore the old one down. But the old gym size was like pretty decent for it.
Stephen, I'm not going to keep you much longer. There's football to be watched today, and the day is still young. Would you play a Would You Rather game with me?
Yeah.
Typically it's 3, but while we were talking, a 4th popped into my mind that I have to get the answer to. So it's going to be 4. So you ready? Would you rather be a merman or a centaur?
I'd rather be a merman.
Okay.
I've always been more attracted to the ocean. I love the beach and everything.
Okay. You an Aquaman fan?
Definitely. I've actually met the man himself, Jason Momoa.
Oh, really? Is he, I don't know how big you are, but is he like a monster?
He was like probably a foot and a half, almost 2 feet taller than me, and the dude's built like a truck. He looks just like he does in the movies.
And was he
Just as
wearing a
cool and
shirt when
everything.
you saw him?
He was kind of wearing what you normally see him in, like when he's out, like the paparazzi catches him, like the tank top, suit jacket, and like one of his like, I don't know, like one of those Canadian Mountie style hats.
Oh, okay. All right, let's move on. Would you rather have $18,000 and watch wrestling in black and white forever, or be able to watch wrestling in color forever but no money?
I'd have to go with the $18,000 and watch it in black and white.
Good man. That's
Because it would give me a feel for the older days with it and everything.
yeah, and you'd get used to it pretty quickly, I imagine. All right.
Yeah.
Third question. Would you rather have Freddie Mercury's teeth or my nose? It's pretty big. Someone called me Eagle Beak
I'd
once.
rather have Freddie Mercury's teeth just because actually one of my teeth is 3/4 of it's fake because I chipped it out.
Oh, okay. I'm going to ask you the
Yeah.
fourth one. A little risque. I hope you're okay with this. Who would you rather see?
That's fine.
Who would you rather see nude, Mae Young or Fabulous Moolah? And not in their heyday.
Probably Mae Young.
Okay. Honest answer. I
Mae
appreciate
Young.
that. Stephen, it was great having you on. Obviously we're going to schedule, another chat so we can talk about what's behind you and your comics and such. So until then, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And are there any COVID restrictions where you live?
There is a countywide mask mandate. And unfortunately, because you got cruises and everything getting canceled, we're a premier tourist destination. So everyone's flooding here, and our numbers kind of keep going up. We were in one of the spots for the worst COVID cases in the country because it just keeps going up.
Oh my God. So like, are you trying to stay in as much as possible?
Yeah, only going out when I have to, getting like the necessities, groceries, body care products, everything like that.
God. Well, I guess it can only get better, hopefully. I imagine. Well, if we talk a year from now, let's schedule from a year from now the follow-up to this episode, and we'll find out what's going on in your part of the country with COVID.
That works for me.
Sounds good. All right. Take care. Thank you again, and we'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good.
Take care, bud.